Welcome back to the Blue Screen Actor. My name is Heidi, and today on our Blue Screen Conversations, I have a really amazing guest that I cannot wait for you guys to meet. She is known across the city for all of the funny antics she does, for teaching improv, for being like a director backstage, helping out with all these theater productions, and literally just bringing out the joy in everyone that she meets. So this is Cristina Orlando, and she is phenomenal. And I cannot wait for you to get to know more about her. So welcome, Cristina.
Thank you so much, Heidi, for having me. This is very exciting. I like doing these things.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get to do them often, but when I do them, I do like them.
Well, I'm really glad you came out today. And like I said, the reason why I brought you on the show is because in terms of the city and just highlighting all the people that are in the city that are there to help people kind of succeed and elevate, you're one of those people.
Huh.
Yeah. So can you tell us or tell them a little bit about what you do, a little bit about your history, that kind of stuff that's brought you to this point? Because they're not going to know who you are. I know who you are, and fabulous.
That's very kind. So I teach improv, and I started training in improv 21 years ago. And it all started with a night out with my husband.
Okay.
We went to the Second City in Detroit in Hockey Town. That's where it used to be. And the cast came out. It was like their main stage show.
Okay.
And this woman came out. Her name was Margaret Edwardowski. And she was bigger than life. And I remember watching and thinking to myself, oh, I want to do that. And up until that point, I had only done like community theater plays.
Okay.
Like I was just doing plays. I like doing plays.
Yeah.
And then there she was. And I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it and thinking about it. And then my husband came home one day and he's like, here. He bought me a class. The Second City had moved out of Hockey Town, moved into Novi, Michigan, and hooked up with Andiamo's. And they were in a strip mall.
Yeah.
Until, like, it was just one. You could only teach one class at a time.
Okay.
And so I was I went out and it was a game changer.
Okay.
It was a game changer for my life,
Yes.
for my career. It was everything that made everything better.
I think that's incredible because I've only been to Second City. I've been to the one in Toronto, and just seeing what they do, like it's incredible because I mean they're so open and you can yell anything and they just kind of make it work.
They do make it work, and so they have the if you ever get the chance to train in improv, whether you want to be on stage or you just want to enhance your social game,
yes,
right? Just being better at leading.
Yes.
Like in a company or having your team work better together, cohesive, this would be it. And people are like, oh, I don't know. As soon as they come in, they're like, I can't do this. I don't know what to say. Like, yes, you do. Like, do you leave the house with the script every day?
No, but I do have a soundtrack.
Do you have a soundtrack? I guess we all do. I guess we might all have a soundtrack. But I'm like, you do know what to say. You just have to listen and respond. And I don't think people do that. They don't realize they're not doing that already in a meeting, in a conversation.
Yes.
But afterwards, I know one thing I did take from it. I did become a better listener. Okay. That I can say. I don't know who I am on stage. I don't know what that's the audience's opinion, but it just came like to change definitely my life and how I go about things.
Okay.
And how I see it. Yeah. So that's how that happened. And then I ended up training and going into the conservatory, graduating from the conservatory, then going on to the Planet Ant in Hamtramck, Michigan, which is, I highly recommend.
What is Planet?
Planet Ant is a theater in Hamtramck, Michigan. I believe it's located on Kniff. Okay. And it's a hop, skip, and a jump from the border. Nice. So you can train there, you can perform there. And the community there is all about opportunity. Okay. Opportunity, enhancing skill. And when I fell into a pocket of some of the best instructors that I think I've ever met in my whole life. And I took every note, and everything that they ever said to me is everything that I share with my students.
That's incredible.
So, and I still have all those notebooks.
Oh,
and
amazing.
all like those highlighted pieces. But I was really fortunate.
Yes.
And then I had the opportunity of training at the Planet Inn, and then they gave me the opportunity to put up my own show.
Oh, okay.
That changed a lot of things for me too.
Yes.
I learned how to do it from them.
That's amazing.
And I give them a lot of credit for what they provided and how they supported, and I'm always forever grateful. Like, I'll never forget that. So that's kind of what I bring to the city now. And I just want that, and to be collective with other improvisers and other people who teach or improvise and do sketch comedy and, sketch writing.
Right.
So yeah, that's exciting. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the people that I meet, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. It's just an eclectic group of people who come together. And, I have people I have 2 gentlemen that I just finished teaching.
Yes.
They're 80.
Oh, wow.
They were 80, and they're so fun. And
I love that.
Right?
So you can, it's open to every age range. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Never too late to start. Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever want to improvise, you should try it. You should do it just for any reason.
Yes.
Just for any reason. You just want to feel good. People come to me because they are D&D players, like Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay. The role cosplay.
Yes. And I was like, when they first said it to me, I'm like, what? I
Right.
have no idea what you're talking about. But they exploded in their talent and used it towards that. So, I guess it is for everyone.
Oh, it totally is. It totally is.
It is for everyone. So, yeah.
Yeah. I've actually had the pleasure of taking your improv class. I think I took 2 cycles.
You were so fun.
And honestly, I can say, as someone who just got back into the industry, because I've been back in the acting industry for about 1.5 years, maybe about 2 years now. But the difference to my self-tapes, I cannot thank you enough. And I come up with these crazy characters because, like you teach in your classes, don't think. Especially if you get a self-tape, because sometimes they give you carte blanche, where they just kind of give you the kind of an idea of what the character is. They give you a setting, and they kind of just go with it. There's no real dialogue, and you have to create it. I remember doing this one super crazy tape. I will have to show it to you one of these days. It's one of my favorites.
Curl up with a good coffee. Yeah.
And it was so weird because the character, they said, was someone who was placed on an island that had been kind of on her own, isolated for a number of years, would have had some influence from the ticks and the bugs and the animals that were on this island. And then she's returning after a long hiatus, and she's supposed to be getting interviewed while being in a photo shoot. So that was my character. And can I tell you, I landed that.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, I got the job. And it had nothing to do with the self-tape. But what I realized is they wanted to see, who are you? And so that's where I looked at improv, and that's why even doing the blue screen, I thought, you know what? I'm looking at all the things that have helped me along the way, and you're one of those things. Oh. Because honestly, it's just, I just don't guess anymore. I just kind of go with, and I'm like, even sometimes it's really odd, and I show it to someone, they're like, you are so crazy. And I'm like, that's okay.
It is okay. It's just a point of view, right? And when you start from nothing, because people will when you were training with me, I was teaching you all the short form games.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So the short form games would be, how to create a character, or how to move a scene forward, or how to yes and, or how to support, how to raise the stakes.
Right.
And then those little games, how not to negate, how to help your scene partner look good, because it's a team sport.
Right.
But when we're doing that, I'm hoping that all these pieces are being chained together and linked.
Oh, yeah.
And then, go into a long form piece, or then apply those things to your everyday life. But when it comes right down to it, in a character, you're choosing a POV, you're choosing a point of view. And even when remember when we would say, can I get a location that fits on this stage?
Right.
And somebody would say, Burger King.
Right.
Like, okay. Does the scene have to be about Burger King? No, it does not have to be about Burger King. But it's think of all the places at a Burger King. You've got standing in line at the counter, when you're sitting to eat, back in the kitchen, the bathroom, the stock room, the roof, the alleyway, the parking lot. Like what is, and maybe you're not even there for food. Like maybe you were there just for something.
Right.
You just, like, what makes this day different?
That's right.
What makes this day different, and how are you going to raise the stakes? So those self-tapes, when they give you this or carte blanche, you are like, okay, I know now that I'm going to come from this POV, or I'm just going to find a word in a book. Yeah. Take that word, and that's how I'm going to create my character. Yeah. So because at the Second City or at any improv club, they'll do a long form set. They can do 30 minutes off of one suggestion. Oh, wow. So that's when the game goes into along, like the game within the scene. So there's so much to it, but it all has, like, it all fits very, very well. And if you learn it and practice it, you apply it. Oh, yeah. People don't even realize, and they'll say to me after, Cristina, I was in a job interview, and I was like, right? See how you were listening to them and you can respond and stay grounded? Because some people just don't, they don't know what, and I was one of those people. Yes. I was one of those people. I was on the back line for a long time before I got courage to come off. You would never know it. It doesn't, people are like, you know, when I'll say, even with my students, I teach at St. Clair College. Okay. And they are, I love my chicken wings. I just love them. I just love them so much. Okay, by chicken wings, she means people. She doesn't actually eat the chicken wings. No. But these are her sweet students. Whether you're little or big, you are some type of food, because I love my food. This is not a negotiation. We don't negotiate that. I remember the first time I was like, all right, my little chicken wings. And they were like, what? Yeah. It's a term of endearment. They're like, as long as she doesn't bring out a knife and fork, we're good. They're everything. They're like, how come we were watermelon slices? And I was like, well, because, and the other section 1 and section 2, they're like, we were Swedish fish. I'm like, I like them both. Right. Like, it's not better. So, but even those students, like you know, moving ahead, I was there, you know, it's part of their acting class that I come in and teach that portion, but they are starting to recognize and advance in skill, and it's unbelievable to watch. That's amazing. And I think that's, like, I'm never going to get rich off of teaching improv, let me tell you. Okay. But I won't be rich in dollar bills, but I will be rich in experience, and I will be rich in that positive fulfillment. Yes. Because it's when people do things or they get something. Yeah. They, like, I remember that moment for myself. Oh my God, I struggled because I couldn't get out of my head. Okay. I could not get out of my head. And then there was one class, and I was fortunate enough to be trained by Tim Robinson. Okay. He has a Netflix special called I Think You Should Leave Now. Oh, interesting. Okay. He was such a great instructor. He was so good at leading. And he used to just get so fresh. He'd be like, Cristina. Oh, no. He's like, you need to listen. And I was like, I feel like I am. He's like, oh, no. But in the nicest way. And then I remember one day it came down to, I just created a character, and he was pacing, watching the scene, making me so nervous. Oh, no. But he was pacing because he was starting to hear me get it. Oh, interesting. And then I did it, and he just, like, took the papers in his hand and threw them down on the ground. He's like, finally. Oh, my gosh. Finally, Cristina. And I was like, I did it. I finally did it. And then after that, I felt so supported. Like, not that I didn't before that. I just was like, oh. And then, like, making my notes and furiously thinking about things. But from that moment on, I came into class, like, ready to go. That's amazing. And, like, not thinking. And just, even if I, like, that weird silence, I would step off the back line and just, like, figure it out. Yeah. Right? I think that's amazing. So you do feel the change. You feel the change as the instructor, and you feel the change as the student. And I've been in both places. Wow. So I am there for you. Like, when they're like, Cristina, I'm like, no. Right. Like, you're going to be fine. And I would teach it all the live long day.
That's amazing.
I would teach it all the live long day. I can't wait to get to see the students at St. Clair College. When I get there, I'm just ready, and their vibe is so great. And then even my students at Arts Collective Theater, I am like, I cannot wait to see them. And I love that I have such an eclectic group, like from, I think I have from 20, the age of 20 up to 80.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's huge.
And how they support each other.
Yeah.
Like there's just no moment of frustration. Maybe a little bit in like, I'm not trying to play this game. I'm like, don't worry about it. We're going to figure it out. And mistakes are just opportunities. To move a scene forward. So if you're listening,
I love that.
It'll happen.
Right?
It'll happen.
But I love that because you are very supportive.
Oh, thank you.
And that's the one thing I did love is that you always encouraged everyone, regardless of where the scene was going, or if we thought that we said something incorrect or made an action that wasn't quite right. It was always about trusting that it was okay. And you made everyone always feel okay.
Oh,
and it was wonderful because it was just, and you'd see people come out of the shells. Because I remember the first couple classes, I didn't really participate that much. I kind of just watched. Because I'm very outgoing in some areas, but when it comes to me being centered out on something, I am kind of I'm almost like a caterpillar in a chrysalis, where it takes me a while to kind of peel out of that shell, where I have to be really, really comfortable and know that I'm going to have someone like you that's going to support me, because the way that you bring it to the classroom. And it was really nice because all of a sudden, once I got up, I was not getting back down.
I love those sessions. Those are some of the best sessions. Yeah, I remember them well.
Yeah, and it was great. But I found, even just from an acting standpoint, I think because I had a lot of success very quickly, but it's also because of the skills that you taught. And that's why I thought bringing you out here, for people who are looking to get into acting, you definitely should try to get some improv under your belt. Because it's even going to help you to understand that, just because and just be okay with making different choices, because you're going to hear that a lot with directors, even once you get parts and they put you on a set and they're going to say, hey, try it this way, try it that way, make a different choice here. And you've got to understand what that means. And I found improv allows me to do that. And it will also allow you to do that. So it's something that, even just to get your foot in the door, even if you've been acting for a long time, is something where I think you still need to take that step back, refresh. I am looking to refresh because I find it kind of, it almost re-energizes you.
It is energizing.
Yeah,
it is energizing.
And it's just so much fun to be able to just trust yourself to say, even if I made the choice and maybe they don't like it, but you know what? It was still a bold choice. You can stand by it, and you went with.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an audition where they have you read, they have you do a cold read? I've had this happen to me before.
Yeah.
And then I remember the first time it happened, I was like a deer in headlights.
Oh, no.
But they'll give you the script and you read, whether you're reading with a partner or you're reading by yourself. And then they take the script away from you and they're like, can you try that again? But they're not looking for you to memorize.
Yes.
They're looking to see if you understood what was read and they're not asking you to regurgitate the words, but the essence of the scene or the POV of the scene.
Yes.
And I was like, the first time that happened to me, I was, I was a little stunned. And then I was like, okay, just apply it's just an improv piece.
Exactly.
You've read the script, you know the storyline.
Right.
So you've just done it.
Yes.
And so this shouldn't be an issue. But I remember thinking quickly, all right, this will be okay.
Yeah.
This will be okay. And the first time I was like, okay, that went okay. But the next time that happened to me, I almost wanted it to happen because I was like, I'm reading and looking and trying and doing and, those skills that you try to learn for an audition. And then when they take the script away from me and they're like, Cristina, can you just give us your take on this? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yes.
And I've landed a few things, I think, because of the second read.
Nice.
And so I tell people, be prepared. I'm in the grand scheme of things, who am I? But just, the experiences that I've had, whether it's, and nothing is there's nothing here and nothing here. It's just all here, right? community theater, whether you book something and you're going to be on television or in a big Broadway play, whatever it is. It all matters.
100%.
And I never would have been or come to where I am today had I not done all the things.
Right. Okay.
Right. And I feel like I think back to some plays that I've done even when I was 13. And I was like, okay, my parents would say, they did not like that I did this. They didn't like that I did this. They were like, please go to school and get yourself, like if you are, do you ever play like the little people when you were young or maybe your children?
Okay.
Like if you are one of the professions of a little people, like doctor, farmer, lawyer, dentist, you'll be okay. If you choose anything that there's a little person to, you'll be okay, but not me.
There's never an actor.
No, there's never a little person actor. Never. So I was like, my parents were like, well, if you're going to do this, at least get your head in the game. Like,
nice. That's smart.
Do your best.
Yeah.
Like, we prefer you not to.
Right.
And they fought me every step of the way. And they're so supportive now. They were just so scared. I have immigrant parents.
Okay, me too.
Immigrant parents who risked everything to cross an ocean from the old country.
And the boats.
Yeah, I think they did right across. And they're like, basically, like, you're, if you don't do any of these little people jobs, you're going to die.
Right.
On the street. So it all came from fear. But now that I'm a grown woman, and I have a family of my own, they're more excited and they see the arts differently. Oh, yes. Right. And so they're like, well, now that they're in their 80s, well, I mean, we can't stop you now. I'm like, oh, you can't, you never could. But they're so funny like that. But they see things in there like this is one of the toughest industries.
Oh, it is.
It is.
It really is.
I wonder sometimes, like people who go to medical school, I'm like, maybe that might have been like something I should have thought of.
Right.
I was like, and I think sometimes it's so hard because it's so subjective.
It is.
You think, and you feel really good after an audition, and maybe you don't get it, and that's okay. It just wasn't. Just wasn't it.
For you. Yeah.
Just wasn't it.
Yeah.
And then something does pan out, and you're like, and I am so excited. Like when I get a call or I get an email, and they're like, "We want to cast you," and I'm like, "Me? Oh my god! You thought it was me!" I still get excited, and I cannot wait to enter the theater. I cannot wait to go on that empty stage, and there's no people. I cannot wait to like be in the back, and it's dark, and like the music's getting ready, or somebody calls, 5 minutes to curtain. These things completely excite me.
Oh yeah.
And when I see other people, like I'm an old woman now, but there's like the up and comers, I think, wow, so exciting with all things available.
Oh yeah.
When I was young, that you had to go to Los Angeles, you had to go to Hollywood, you had to go to New York to do the things. And now people are like, blink, they do a tape, and they're like, I'm like, wow, that's all you had to do? Yeah. I was like, where did you get that? Like, I don't know all the things, but now, and as far as, improv is an asset because now that's so applicable to all the things that happen.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Because people are looking for a new POV, a new way of doing things. And I feel like for me, it was a game changer. I hope for other people, it does the same.
Oh yeah. For me, it definitely was like, it's just having that trust and just knowing that you can do it. Because, and I find a lot of the time when I get things in, it's because you're struggling because all you get is like the character description, whatever it is. Sometimes you get more of the backstory, not always. So then you're trying to create something to deliver what you think that is about, and it may not even be what you're looking for. But then the flip side of that is you also want to look at it and go, well, if I do something that is typical that everyone else is going to do, is it really going to stand out? So then sometimes I'll deliberately just do something a little bit different, only because like, even though it's still within the realm, but it's just slightly different. So it's not the choice that like, if I know everyone's going to wear a white coat or everyone generally wears a blue jacket, I'm going to go with something a little different.
Stripes and polka dots.
Right? Right?
Do you see me?
Right? It's like, here I am. Right?
One of the things too that I think when you're saying that, and I think about this too, is when they send, if you're auditioning for something or you're improvising or whatever it is you might be doing, in terms, I guess, of anything in your life, people sometimes don't even know that they wanted something until you've delivered it.
That's so true.
Right?
That's true.
So you deliver a POV on a character and they're like, oh, I didn't even think that was even an option.
Right?
And you're like, oh, I thought that I was doing what you wanted.
Right?
And so, but that's why. So sometimes I'll read and I'm almost, a lot of the times when I try not to get too much information.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I don't want to box it.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to box it. I want to think outside of it. And I also don't want to push that. Yeah. And then get lost in trying to be different and not trying to be right. So there's this whole like realm of things. But even the way you, even like, you know, like your the inflection that you use or whatever, what you thought was important to this character or what your backstory is. Right. It matters. And sometimes I've seen people audition. I'm like, oh, I never thought. Oh yeah. I was like, wow, that was a great. I'm like, you should get that part. Right. I know. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Like I'm not even gonna go. Right, so you drop your papers and just walk right up the door. Like next, Cristina. I'm like, no, that was it. That was it. We're good. You should pass that person. Right. So I think like I just did the Mousetrap at the Bank Theater, and I played Miss Casewell, and they had said to me, they're like, I've never seen Miss Casewell played like that, and I thought this was Miss Casewell. Okay. And then I was like, ooh. Yikes. And then I just held on to it. Yeah. So, and I had so much fun playing her. Yes. Because she was 24.
Because Cristina is 25.
Yeah. 25 anniversary of my 25th birthday. Oh, no. So that's how we're playing that game. So, but it's so interesting. Like directors have different ways of directing. You never get the same director. Right? Even when you do get the same director, you don't get the same director, right? Yeah. It just depends on what's happening. Yeah. But I mean, it all comes, for myself, it always comes down to the skill I've learned in improv. Okay. So if you were ever my instructor, if you were ever anybody that ever said, hey, Cristina, try it this way, do it this way, you were supportive on the back line, when I wouldn't come off and you take my hand, this is where I'm at today. And it's only because of that. Like, it's only because of that support. And that's what I learned. And that's what I try to. Mm-hmm. I try to get back. I'm like, oh, I hope everybody felt okay tonight. I hope everybody felt safe. And just making sure that people know. And I don't know if you remember, I used to say, I used to be told that back line is like that vein, like a heartbeat. Okay. Right? Like your blood vessels. Yes. Right? And your sole job is to make your scene partners look good. If you're going to go for the joke, it'll probably not land.
I remember that.
Yeah. Don't go for the funny. Be grounded in whatever choices you make. Just simply listen and respond. And I felt like even in life, when I started to like really try to listen to people and like even like leaning in, I'm like I just, right? I was like, I just need to hear what you're saying and understand what you're saying. And in the moment, it's never the time to shut it down. Right. Right. So even corporately, try to yes and your team, because you never know what's going to come of it. I've seen scenes ready to tank. Okay. I've been in scenes ready to, I've been responsible for the tanking of a scene. And then somebody comes off the back line and just swoops right in. Yes. And creates a character, delivers a bold statement, does the thing. And then they've elevated you. Like, you're ready for them to throw the dirt on the coffin, but then they're there like, don't worry about it. I've got you. So, and that'll just bleed into your life. That'll just bleed into your life. You always want to be the best version of yourself. True. That's right? So true. And I feel like improv is like, that's the thing. It's the thing. Yeah. Whether it's industry or just regular old life.
It's
I feel
fantastic.
like it's the thing. Yeah.
No, it is. It's a really good skill to have because, like you were saying before, because it gives you choices, it gives you options, and it allows you to go outside your comfort zone at times and be okay with it and whatever comes back at you. But it all comes down to that listening piece because
100%.
Yeah.
Like rule number one.
Yeah.
Rule number one. Even I say to people, okay, ready? Like we're going to try this scene.
Yeah.
And I want you to come in with a bold statement. And then somebody walks off the back line and they ask a question. I'm like, right, go back. Or I'll say, all right, so if you're coming off the back line, whatever that gift is that somebody gives you, like give them a chance to create like environment, like a little bit of object work. And, you know, somebody might be doing one of these and they're like, oh, it looks like you're watering the grass. And then that person's like, no, I'm digging for metal. I'm like, you're watering the grass. They told you you're watering the grass. They're watering the grass. So, but I always try to say, like, I don't know if you remember, but I remember being side coached when I was training. And it was just so crucial. Like they'd say, okay, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be side coaching. It's not that you're doing anything wrong, but if it goes off the rails, I want to get you back into the right headspace. And I was like, oh, as soon as they would like time it, I was like, I just wanted to know what they were going to say. I'm like, I hear you. Oh, right. Let's start this scene again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try that. And people are always so open.
They are.
I've had such great students. Yeah. Nice people. Just always. And I just have like 10, 20 new friends with every class. Oh, yeah. So I really love it. I really love it, including yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Including yourself. So yeah, I just encourage people. It is for everyone. Take the chance. Whether it's in Windsor. Oh yeah. We have, Corda. Yeah. Does her classes. Arts Collective Theater does classes. Shadowbox.
They have a league, an improv league. I've gone out and watched them a couple of times, and it's like you're saying, like everyone has to have that level of trust. And because they don't know what's happening, because we throw out everything at them, like literally right there, and they just go with it. And then at the end, everyone in the audience gets to judge who they liked better, and it's really quite fun. But it's interesting because everyone kind of learns from it, and no one gets offended if they didn't win or whatever. But you can kind of see, and it really pushes and challenges people, which is lovely. I love it. Yeah.
In a really fun way. Like in a fun way. Like just to break out. I try to remind people like they're coming to you want to when people can relate to a scene, because we get like, oh, something you said to somebody today. Can I get a suggestion of a location that fits on the stage? Can I what's in this box? Or what have you. But as soon as you play the scene as real as possible and nobody's trying to, but then you're like, what makes this particular day different? You see audience members like, oh, they see themselves in it and they can completely relate. And, I don't know about any of you, but when I buy tickets to a show, I want out of my everyday life and I want into that one, whether 100%. I'm in the audience or I'm in the cast. And I can only assume that the people in the audience just need a portal to someplace else, whether it's for an hour, and they want to laugh. Yes. They want to laugh at what you're doing. They want to laugh at themselves.
Yes.
They want to break from like this climate. This climate. So, and I feel like everybody should, like, when you're born, you're like, okay, you need a birth certificate. Right. You need a social insurance number. And by the time you're 16, you need to have taken an improv class.
That would be
awesome. check. So I don't know. I'm just a huge supporter for every realm, every profession. Yes. And, could you imagine if all doctors took an improv class, what that bedside manner would be like?
That would be so much nicer.
Right. I always say, like,
some of them are just not people person. They're just not people.
They do wonderful things, and they're so smart. And I've had wonderful, like, in every profession. There's somebody in every profession. But I was like, oh, I wonder if, like, everybody, or like a judge.
Oh, that'd
like
be fun.
Judge, or like an astronaut, like anybody'd be like, I need to know how to have a great POV. So I always think about that when I'm talking to people. I'm like, maybe you should take an improv class.
Oh, yeah.
You'd really enjoy it. It'd be really fun.
It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
And you start to think of things a little differently.
You do.
It's just a healthy choice. Mm-hmm. It's a healthy, fun, safe choice to do, whether you want to be on stage or not. And now I have the class that I just finished teaching.
Yes.
We're arranging for them to have a little intro show.
Oh, that's
for them.
Wow.
And here's the best part.
Yes.
Can I just share this?
Of course.
So we're going to do 2 shows in one day. In the afternoon, we're going to perform at a nursing home.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I never thought of that. And then they were like, Cristina, can we try this? And I was like, 100%.
Oh, wow.
100%. I'm totally down for that. And then at night, we will, perform they can bring their friends and family, and people up the street or what have you. But I'm super excited to perform in a nursing home. Like, I feel like we should have a tour of nursing homes around the city.
You could.
And just watching, if I can, I just want to share Game Changer. When I was approached to write a sketch comedy piece for the New Horizons grant, and it was the social exchange.
Okay.
And
okay.
The objective of it was to, write for people north of 50, cast north of 50 actors. And then while we were talking, I was like, in my head, I was like, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you're not quite 45.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I never really thought, I was kind of always the oldest.
Okay.
Kind of what I was doing in training. There was I was I had 2 kids, a full-time job, all these things, and everybody had there was these young people that were going to school or just doing the life and enjoying life. And then I was like, could we make it intergenerational? And they were like, Cristina, of course, let's try this.
Yeah.
I will never not do that.
Okay.
When I'm writing my pieces and I'm casting or we're putting a project together, I'm like, I have one stipulation. It has to be intergenerational, especially in a sketch comedy piece.
Yeah.
I learned more in that duration of time than I had my whole life.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Gen X and they have such amazing perspective on things. And I was like, right? I was like, I never thought of that. And then the younger people coming together.
Yes.
I had such a good time doing that show, writing that show, being in that show. And it was a great experience for me. And it was, something that I always had wanted to do. And then here are these people.
Yes.
And they still come to the classes because they're like, oh, Cristina, I want to still improvise or do whatever. So, I mean, it's just, there's so many things about it that land on the positive end of things.
Yeah.
So, and again, doesn't matter what you want out of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's a social piece or an acting piece.
Great.
And I highly recommend. Whether it's me or somebody else, it's just...
I recommend her.
Okay.
Right?
It's super fun. And people are great. People in general. Life can be really good.
Oh, yeah.
Life can be really good, and people can just add to it. And however, that. I've always been one to love an instructor.
Okay.
Right? I don't know about other people, but I'm a lifelong learner. I just want to try new things. How did you do that? Or please, enlighten me. And I still train.
Okay. That's a good thing.
I never stopped training. I always want to know. And, if I see somebody perform and they were super impactful, I will look for them and see if they're offering an intensive, because I want to know. I want to know so much. I want to know everything I can, and then I want to share it all. And I just want to be the best version of myself in something I love to do. I love to be on stage.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it. You get to be other people, right?
Right?
Every day I'm Cristina, the early childhood educator. I work with 26 kindergartens on the daily. And trust me, they provide more material than you could possibly imagine. So, and they're great. And I think I honestly, no matter what you do in life, lifelong learning.
Yes.
You know, you go, you graduate, you become the professional, you do the thing, but there's always more.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%.
There's always more. And I totally believe in it. When I was training at the Planet Ann, I would take the program more than once.
Okay.
Because I felt it would just be beneficial. It kept me in the game. It kept me thinking, and then a perspective of a new instructor or a new director, whether it was a sketch writing or an improv class. And people are like, why are you doing this? And I was like, my perspective is it was never that I didn't have enough, but I always knew there was more.
Yes.
So yeah, I highly encourage.
Yeah, and I'm like that too, where I'm constantly just trying to get new skills and down and develop things. But I tend to reread books. that's
I do that too. I rewatch movies and I reread books.
And I find it's almost like every time you reread it, you just get something more out of it. But then it helps you to refocus on whatever it was that you might have forgotten about that book. And it's very strange because I have this list where I try to reread them every year. And people are like, that's crazy. But they're just my favorites. They almost become like friends in a way.
And they comfort you. There's things that people need in life. And doing those things, I mean, I can curl up with a good book anywhere, anytime. So there's a few that I have like I'll go back and mark the pages. Yeah. And I was like, I just want to know something. And then I'll go back and read. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay. Or especially a movie. I can watch it a lot. Oh yeah. Especially if there's a hot leading man. I mean, I just saw Wuthering Heights.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. So it's on my list.
It was and I've seen a few different versions, and this one was, again, something different, a new perspective. And I was like, and you get inspired more anytime you watch something, read something, especially if it has to do with your passion. And you're like, and then it makes you want to do something else. It makes you want to do more, or give back, or whatever it is. Yeah. I'll watch Wuthering Heights again. I mean, I was completely educated. Okay. Yeah. I know. My husband would prefer that I read a cookbook. He's like, could you please, I know how to make sauce and good pasta sauce. And that's it. He's like, that's okay. There's like Uber. He's like, if you're gonna reread anything, could you just at least read this cookbook for the first time? Right. It's like, I was like, that's what TikTok's for. That's what TikTok's for. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So life can be very interesting if you want it to be. Oh yes, 100%. Like you want it to be. Good. I think life is good. I do. It's very good. I enjoy it.
But I know that you've also written a show.
Oh, my own.
Yeah, your own show.
Yes, I wrote Cristina No H in 2017, and its earliest version. Okay. And I was so if I ever do this, I want to open in Windsor. Yeah. And I want to open at the Capitol Theater. I love the Capitol Theater. And it so beautiful. I did just that. And I had a wonderful supportive network. And I met a woman. Her name is Anne-Marie Scheffler. She's the one-woman show queen of Canada. And she let me know that I could do it.
Oh, that's really nice. So you had that mentor that...
I met with her on a May 2-4 weekend. It was my 40th birthday present. Oh, okay. My husband's like, I bought you this.
Wow.
Session.
Okay.
It's always Bruno.
Yeah.
And
we don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy. Drives me crazy.
We do talk about Bruno.
I talk about Bruno all the time. But I went and I learned that we were supposed to be like a really big class, and we ended up only being like 7 or 8 people. So we got this really intense, intimate session. And after her, she was like, here's the things that I did. Here's what I do. And if you want to do that, then follow these steps. And I did just that. Wow. And I was able to put it up. I was able to I brought it to the Planet Ann. And now Cristina No H has been rewritten. Oh. And is looking for a stage soon. And amazing. Yeah. And the show is I was never on anybody's list. Okay. So writing that show, I decided that I would put myself on the list. and I would cast myself and I would tell my own story.
Oh, amazing.
The show is things that happened to me in my life with footage. Oh, so if you are a Gen Xer, so now you have everything on your phone. I have everything on VHS.
Oh, okay. So, she's really 25. I
have everything on VHS, and we had to fast forward, rewind, forward, rewind to get the clips. That piece took longer than writing the whole show. Oh my God. And I had a fabulous gentleman who helped me, a videographer. He's so great, Michael Babish. I'll forever be in debt to him for how he helped me with the vignettes. Yeah. But writing my own show was therapeutic and helped me understand what it means to connect with an audience. Okay. Up until that point, I tried to understand it. But then after meeting, I would rush to the lobby to say thank you to all the people who came to the show. Because I was like, thank you for taking time to come and see this. Thank you for supporting me. And what was your favorite part? Right. And they're like, I didn't know I needed this. And I would just, do you remember when Oprah did a show about how everybody has a story? Okay, yes. And she threw a dart and it landed in a certain state and then she would just knock on a door. Okay, and she had a gentleman that was obviously mentoring her. And everybody has a story. Everyone has a story. And I was like, I have a story. Yeah. I don't know what it means to anybody, but I have a story. And I decided that would be how I would figure out my career on stage. Okay. So I wrote it and I performed it. My girls played me. I think that's the retro pieces. That's interesting. Yeah. And they were like, Mom, we don't want to do this. And I was like, listen, I gave you life. I gave you life and you will. If you want a phone, if you want food, you will do this. And they were 6 and 14. My little one was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? She was they were the star of the show. I was not the star. Yeah. Cristina No H. It was crazy. And I had actually one of my Second City instructors, one of my favorite instructors and people in this world, Quentin Hicks. He came on board and he played my husband. How was that? In the callback, it was, wow. I was so nervous. And then another one of my instructors, Lauren Vickers, she directed the show for me. It was... It's all the pieces kind of came together with your dream team almost. And I didn't know what was happening to me. I thought it was just going to be a one-off. But the show has been rewritten and I'm working with someone and I can't wait to launch it. It's right now it's a 2.0 version. No, that's like me. And it's a 2.0 version. I'm very excited and it's led to me writing other shows that are, being looked at and being put and ready to see a stage. But you have to do the work. You have to put in the time. And people will tell you, I don't know, many times I was they're like, okay, Cristina. Yeah. I'd be like, no, I want to be an actress. Yeah. And they're like, okay, no, really, that's what I'm gonna do. And if I can give anybody any inspiration or anything, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm here in my community and I'm doing my thing. But to be perseverant, to continue to train, to not listen to what people say you can't do, and just to continue doing what you know you can. Yes. And so that's how I live on the daily. It's not that easy, but it is possible. Yeah. So I cannot wait to put Cristina No H up again. And I cannot wait to share it. And I cannot wait to answer questions if people want to do it as well. I'll be like, I'm there for you. What do you need? I'll help you. Because Anne-Marie Scheffler let me know that I can do it. I think if you are anybody out there that can do a thing, if you are great at something, if you are proficient at something, or if you just know, tell somebody else that they can too. Yes. Just tell them. I mean, start practicing by telling someone they look good. Right. Or that they made you laugh, or you love their banana bread. Right. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Or how they shared something, or that basic smile. Start there, but then start to share your talent. Oh, yes. Believe in yourself. 100%, because it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. Every instructor I had, every, and Margaret Edward Tusky, who the woman that I saw at the Second City for the first time, she then became my instructor, and she was my mentor. She went on to become an author, and I got to, what do you call, I can't think of the word right now, when you read somebody's book for them before they
you get to proof it.
She allowed me to read it, and it was I just loved it. But I would message her after chapters and be like, "What?
Oh my gosh, yes."
In their childhood, what?
Right.
Oh my God! I'd be like, "He said, oh my God," and I would message her, and then when it went to print, in the credit, she thanked me. I was like, no, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. You have no idea what you did for me just by being so good at what you did and sharing. And now I was like, oh my, the book is on it's on display.
Oh yeah.
on my coffee table.
It's covered in plastic.
I bought all of them. Everything she's written, I was like, I need this, and I'm buying copies and sharing with people. And so honoring, the people that have helped you is that'll be forever for me. Till the day that I die. I just pictured myself, and I do picture myself receiving an Oscar. That's how I survive. That's how I keep going. I'm just saying. That I'd be like, I'd like to think, don't play the music. I'm not done yet.
Right? And then we're like,
right? It'd be like 3:00 in the morning. And I'd like to think my kindergarten teacher, I'm just going to go backwards. And so, I always think of a moment like that. Yeah. Your award-winning moment. I mean, we all can dream. Right?
100, yes.
I'm thinking, do you ever think about the people that have really set forth for you, some major moments in your life where you're like, thank you so much?
Oh, yeah. But they always seem to come when I don't realize that they're there. It'll be when I'm looking back. Because even myself, when I was in university, I had my daughter at the end of first year university, which was kind of a surprise.
She's perfect.
Yeah, I love her. Absolutely love her. And I wouldn't change it. But when I found out, which was, I think it was 5 months along, because I didn't gain any weight or anything. And the doctors are like, oh, it's just your freshman 15 and it's stress and all this stuff. And all of a sudden I was like, there's a baby in there. And I thought at the time, because university is a lot in my hours, and I was in a dance program. So I had the dance component and then the educational component. So I was doing about 35 hours a week, just school alone.
Just as a student.
And then I contemplated quitting. And it was really interesting because at that time, my instructors actually took me to a dean of another department where she was a single mom. She had 2 kids and she struggled. And they were all about, you're doing this. We're going to introduce you to her. And I did. I got to meet her. We sat, we chatted. And then she told me her story and why I could do it. And it was so weird because just having that made me not quit. 100%. And I ended up getting my degree. And this has happened time and time. And I'm going into tears here because I almost look at it as angels that are presented to you. And you don't quite know that they're there until after, when you're looking back going, wait a minute. The serendipitous things that happen that kind of move you this way, that way, and maybe that way, they're there for a reason. Even me being in the city happened because I was going psycho through COVID. I was at my rope's end. Didn't know what I was going to do because I had transitioned to working for myself at the time. So I wasn't entitled to any kind of handouts, nothing. I had my savings, but I'm the type of person, I'm sorry, and I don't it's happening.
No, it's happening. Let it happen. Right. Let it happen. I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm here. Conversations matter.
Right? So yeah, and it was the craziest thing because I was going stir crazy during COVID because all of a sudden they cut everybody off and I was a single person living in my own house. I had a cat and you couldn't socialize with anybody. And I'm a very social person. So then all of a sudden I was going to look out of my gourd and I'm like, okay, I've got a house, I've got my car payments, I've got all these things that I have to now still pay for, and I have my savings. And I know what it's like to be broke because there was a point in my life where I literally had nothing. I was scrounging for diapers, for everything else. And I did whatever I had to do to make sure I had money. So I know I'm very resourceful. But in that moment, I calculated and I thought I could probably live another 6 years before I'm back to ground zero where I have nothing. And I thought to myself, that's never happening again because I've been there. And so I stuck my house up on a whim and I always pray about everything. And I mean, everyone has their own religion and you don't even have to have a religion, but I have a very strong faith. I was brought up that way. And I just remember praying about it. And my girlfriend, for some reason, was becoming a realtor. And I don't even know why we spoke. And then I mentioned it to her and I said, this is how I'm feeling and whatever. She's like, you know what? Why don't I come over and take a look? She came over, put my house on the market on this Saturday, but she had done she helped me kind of clean it up a little bit first. But once it went on the market on Saturday, it was sold by Sunday morning. Oh. And I had 6 weeks to get out. Yeah. Right? And it was so crazy because I didn't know where I was going. My family didn't know at the time. And I remember I was driving back and forth with her because my daughter had come up to Windsor. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try these other areas first, but worst case scenario, I know I'm going to be here later anyway. So we were driving up every 2-3 days looking at houses. That's how dedicated my friend was. Yeah, and it just worked out. And then I found this place. I fell in love with it. I had to tell my family and friends, and they were like, you are super crazy, because they just didn't understand it. But this gave me my life and sanity back. It actually gave me back because honestly, I was at the point where I didn't know what I was going to do. And then it just gave me this whole new way of living. And then the crazy part that came out of me moving here was that my dad became terminally ill. If I was back at my old place, I couldn't take the time that I took from moving here because I was able to go back and I was able to spend the 3 months with my father while he went through that whole process of getting more and more sick until eventually his reality shifted, which I'm telling you, if you can go through that, I know it sounds horrible, but it's just the most amazing thing when you start hearing these crazy stories.
Everything matters. No matter how bad it was.
Oh, it was wonderful. And being able to make peace and just seeing new smiles and faces that I'd never seen on my dad before. But I was able to go through all of that with my dad. And then 2 years later, it was my mother. But if I hadn't lived here, I wouldn't have been able to be by their sides when they both passed. So I look at all of that and going, you know what? There was a reason for that. 100%. And all of these pieces came into play
100%.
To make that all happen. So yeah, I always look back and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even realize at the time. But you realize that as you start going, okay, wait a minute. And
people don't even know what they do for you sometimes.
Oh, they don't. But then when I tell them, I'm like, wow, just even sometimes just somebody saying something can make, it can be the difference between just being just knowing
for the road or this fork of the road.
Because even with all of this, and I'm so grateful because when I made the call to you, I was sitting there going,
I'm like, I'm there. Let's do it
tonight. And it's that whole thing of taking the risk, but I'm putting it out there to say, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm hoping will happen. And this is why I'm doing this, because I have met so many amazing people. And honestly, the skills you've taught me have helped me so much in auditions. I don't land them all, but I have fun with them.
Yeah.
I really have fun with them. And the thing is, I know when I bomb an audition, I know the moment.
So do I.
I know the moment.
So do I. So do I. And I'm always quite sure. So do I. This is not an issue.
I know as soon as I walk out that door, I'm like, and then I just think to myself, but it's because I got in my head. And I know that. And that's the thing. Because and it happens maybe once every, I want to say 4 or 5 months-ish, where I literally can, by the time I get to my car, I just call my agent and I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I just got in my head. And then I started thinking about all the things that could possibly go wrong, rather than being in that moment, letting things flow, choosing the POV and just going with and just knowing that it's okay. And then the ones where I just go in and I just let myself be and I'm like, oh, you gave me a scenario and I just do whatever. And then they're like, how are you that real?
It's because you just made the choice.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, I love that.
It's so exciting.
I have to thank you for that.
You can thank all the people that came before me then that gifted me the possibility of even sharing that with somebody.
Oh,
it's crazy. It all matters. That mad dash from beginning to end. And I've had some loop-de-loops. And I think sometimes when something really sad happens or you're like, oh, why is this happening? I don't know if I'm going to survive it. And you will.
Yeah. 100%.
You will survive it.
100%.
You will. You just have to make the choice. But see how, that's why every year on my birthday, I always make sure to contact somebody who's made a difference for me in that year.
Oh, that's a really smart thing to do. I might adopt that.
Yeah, I said, I'll call them or send them a card or bring them something or gift them some flowers, anything. But I'll always write them. I'm like, there was a moment where I was either doubting myself or I wasn't sure what to do, or I saw you and all you did was make eye contact with me and was like, almost made me feel like I'd be okay. And I always share with that person, in this year of life, you made this difference for me. And it makes me, think about the things that like I need to stay on track with, and that you can get, one thing for sure that I can say for improv is it is medicinal for mental health.
Oh, 100%.
I've had a few students come through me and they've come to me privately and they've said, this is my struggle. And I was like, well, you've come to the right place. I don't know if I'm the one instructor that can help you, but start somewhere and we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
And, like, just remember, you're going here.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure you have a back line. I'm going to make sure you have some type of support. But medicinally, like for mental health, like I didn't really realize it until I started to be able to teach it.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, okay. That was important to me.
Yeah.
It was important to me to recognize it, to research a little bit about it, and to be able to listen to people and just offer them a moment in time just to feel not how they're feeling.
Right.
And to have a little bit of fun and to alleviate some of that pain or chaos or pressure or whatever it is that they're going through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I've had that done for me.
Yeah.
So I just always try to give back.
Right.
Do your best. And it doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be tangible, but it can be it can just be a sweet look, a kind word.
Oh yeah.
Or share your talent. Share your talent. Share your talent. I work with small children every day. For 25 years, I've been an early childhood educator. This is how I pay my bills.
Right.
And I didn't recognize it at first. But as the years progressed, young, tiny children are small wizards who will find you and get you in the best spot. They will drive you crazy. They're so naughty. Oh my gosh. But you can't help but love them. And they are, and every single one of them in 25 years, I don't know, my youngest students are now 30.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
Youngsters are now 30. And I still see some of them. And they are, like, if you're ever not feeling well, visit a daycare. It's not. You can't. But I'm saying,
if you, for that.
You can't just walk in a daycare to play with the kids, or a kindergarten room. I mean, sign up as a volunteer. I'm not saying like whatever, but I was like, there's so many medicinal ways of handling emotion and struggle.
Yeah.
And being around small children is one of them. They will find you, and they will. Like, if you are having the best day, you are always the prettiest, the smartest. They love you, and they give you, like, they show you, they make you the card, they make you the picture, and you're like, you look nothing like yourself, and your head is about this big, and you've got a body, and I'm like, I'm so scared. Right. I'm just like, you just made myself feel so good. And they're like, I love you. And I was like, that's right. You love me. I can't sing, but when I sing for them, I'm
You're Beyonce.
I'm Beyonce.
Where's Celine?
I mean, let's keep it Canadian. So, but just, there's so many things in life, right?
Oh, yeah.
So many things in life. So I just implore people to be good and to explore and to take risks and chances. Like, what's the word? Well, my husband's like, never say, like, when I say, what's the worst? What could possibly go wrong? He's like, with you, everything. Oh, no. But I think for other people, like, to say, like, just, like, really, you try something, you're great at it. Maybe you're not so great at it, but you did it.
Right?
You did it.
Yeah.
I like people who are like ice skating at like 45 now, and they're like wearing the costume, and they're going to do a recital, and they're doing these like little loops and jumps, and like, and I'm thinking, they're like, I always wanted to ice skate. I'm like, you are doing it.
Right? It's
Good
lovely.
for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So life can be super inspirational. You can be good for people and look for it in others.
True.
Like, definitely look for it in others.
Yeah.
So I see it in you here with just this, right? Like, just making the choice and being like, I want to talk to people.
And I
want people to share. And like, how wonderful. And I made sure to try to remember to tell you this. How wonderful. So we always think we have to leave to do the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's going to be somewhere else, or it's going to be due. But like Windsor and Essex County, the talent busting at the seams. And I think, oh my gosh, like, please don't leave the city. Please continue to share. And why don't we bring, like, was Hollywood always Hollywood? No. And Broadway wasn't always Broadway.
No.
It evolved, and they just kind of, like, what are the chances they all landed in the same place?
Right.
But Windsor was like a border city.
There's so much potential.
There is so much potential in this city for the arts, government, dollar bills.
100%.
I mean, could you imagine if they're like, we're the government and we're going to make sure that the medical is taken care of, and that the city is taken care of, and all the arts, so people are happy. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? But nope.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because when you think about it, and like, I'm glad that you brought up the whole mental health aspect of it, but I mean, I have my struggles, and what gets me through is music. I write and doing all of this kind of stuff. Like, but if you take away all the arts, because I remember when I was going through school, that's when they started cutting. That was the first time they started cutting all of the art programs in favor of engineering, mathematics, whatever. But what they don't talk about, which is interesting, is at the university I went to, is they have a lot of suicides during exam time because the people who don't achieve the grades they need to achieve and are starting to not do so well. And instead of being able to be okay with that, they exit. So I think they need to really start looking at how much the arts are an outlet for people. Because there's a lot of people where this is their passion. This is their path in life. But the joy they bring to everyone else. Because when you think about when you're in your car, you've got the radio on. Mm-hmm. You're in your house. You probably have the radio or the TV on.
Yes.
On TV, it's all actors, entertainers, people in this industry that we're told can't make it because you've got to be a starving artist. Mm-hmm. But yet here we are. Look at sports. All of those people living their passions that we go to because it's an outlet. It makes us feel good. And so I think we need to start putting it back on par as to where it really belongs.
Yep.
Because without the art, you're going to have a lot of people who are pent up with no outlet. And this really gives us an outlet. And I mean, like you said, like with improv, it gives you an outlet. So and you can even work through your things, because I know even like I've been through like all kinds of therapies. I'll get into that a whole other time.
It does help you work through things.
But it does. And then, because I used to talk about my struggles publicly, because I used to motivate students, and it was like mentors and mentees. It was a lot of teenage girls and things like that who would have mentors and then be brought in to speak to them about how your life and the things that happen to you are just a point in time. So, and you can make that point in time your entire life if you choose, but you don't have to make that choice.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you can make it a point and move on and think of it as a grain of sand, and your whole life is this like thing with sand in it, and it's just one point. It doesn't have to define you. But if you let it, that's also a choice.
It's hard for people.
Right? But it's recognizing all that kind of stuff.
And they often don't have the outlet to figure that piece out.
Yeah, and so I used to do this and go in and speak and whatever, and so now even having this, like this, I'm loving. And
I'm loving that you love it. I'm loving. And how many people will sit in this chair to have the opportunity to speak with you, to share something about what they do, and to maybe, catch somebody's ear or somebody's eye, to share in it, learn from it, what have you. Yeah. I never thought in a million years, especially when I was writing Cristina No H. Yeah. And I remember like the night before. Yeah. I was like, who the heck is going to care about what, like, who's going to, what? I'm like, that's it. We're not doing it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And like the Lauren Bickers and Quentin Hicks, they're like, Cristina, you're going to be fine. Yeah. And I was like, I hope so.
Right.
Like, I was just like, I hope so. And and you know how we're saying like that point in time, I remember I was pregnant and I lost the baby.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I remember how sad I felt. And then I thought to myself, how would I write about this? It's not funny.
Right.
But the POV on it, like I was like, it happened to me twice. And after the second time, I thought, so I wrote them into the show, and I was like, when I get to heaven, who are they? Who are they? I'll meet them.
Oh, interesting.
I'll meet them, and if I'm correct, they will be drag queens, 2 boys that I was supposed to have that would be drag queens, my dream. And I'm like, you'll be waiting for me dressed like Cher and Madonna when I get into heaven.
Nice.
And I wrote that, and it was the best. I couldn't get past it. I was constantly reliving it. And then I was like, wait a second. I do this. I improvise. I think of a POV. And then I always thought, if I had boys, I have 2 girls.
Yeah.
If I had boys, I would not have known what to do with them.
Right.
They would have worn dresses, and worn makeup, and done all the things that I know how to do. And it would have just because I love them. And that would have been what happened. So I was like, well, when I get to see you, and I believe I'll see them in the heaven I believe in, and they'll be like, Mom, when I get to like you are so beautiful. Like we're gonna live a whole other life up here. Like we're gonna do what we did. Like we're gonna do what we were meant to do.
Yeah.
And I felt like whatever improv is, and my sketch writing, and being on stage and walking into these portals saved me. It did good by me.
Yeah.
And so if I can, even one person, or whatever it is, even a moment, and I've seen some of the students use, like, once I explain to them, and they're like, you have a whole life behind you. You have, what does the word, I always, like, my students will say, when I say, if we get a suggestion of pickle, is a scene about a pickle? And they're like, absolutely not, Cristina. It's not about a pickle. But what does the suggestion make you think of?
Right. Okay.
Right. And that's where you start to deliver. And I've seen them work through some hard things. And when I see it happening, like I'm like, nobody call.
Right.
Let this play out.
Yeah.
And I will, like, stop and side coach. And I'm like, till all of a sudden they go from, like, why did I even try this, to laughing.
Okay. Yes.
And finding some type of peace with it. And I'm like, that happened to me. And I hope that, you find whatever peace you're looking for in any which way you can.
Yeah.
Because it's so important. But I just, one day, like, I can wait to get there.
Okay.
But when I get there, I just, like, they'll just be like, I'll be like, how did you get that wingtip liner so good? I know. I'll be like, let's go get some hair extensions. Let's invite Jesus. It'll be great. Like, they've been, you've been taking care of them until I got here. But I just thought that would be, because I was like, who would they have been? Who would they? Yeah. And I was like, I know exactly who they would have been.
Right?
I do know the answer to this.
Yes,
I know the answer. And that's my answer. And, I share it, and people come to me after the show. They're like, this happened to me. I never would have thought of it. I was like, imagine when you get there, who they'll be.
Yeah, that's a nice way to reframe. Like, and there's a positive part to that, because then things happen. But it's what you do with what happens.
I couldn't control it.
Yeah.
And I felt like, and I even write in the show, I told the doctor, please, like, I'll be good. I'll do this. What did I do to cause this?
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then, obviously they're reassuring me. They're like, Cristina, this is just science. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you say. And I like to think about it. And then when it happened again, I was like, okay, I'm either going to go one way or I'm going to go the other, but I choose a path forward.
Yeah.
And even my husband's like, oh, Christina. I was like, they're going to look the same for you when they get there. They're going to be like, Daddy. Yeah. They'll be like, your mother, because he's always like, I'm going to go, like, he's going to go first. I'm like, wait till your mother gets here. You know? So, but you have to find, you always have, there's always like light. Mm-hmm. Like a tunnel does not go on forever. There's always an in.
That's true.
And there's always an out.
Yeah.
So that's
a great perspective. Yeah.
I don't know if it makes any sense. It made sense to me.
It does. It does. I mean, it's just, like,
even the story you shared, your story from university. Like, I'll never forget the story, and I'll always remember it when, you know, a similar story comes up, and I'll say, you know, this was shared, and there's possibilities. Like, listen to the things you hear, learn. Take them in, hold on to them, and share. Like, I just don't think I can say it enough. Yeah. And you know, even my little ones, I'm like, tell me everything.
Right. It's lovely.
Everything. I got a new dress. I'm like, did you? Oh, let's do a little twirly twirl. Let's see you. Yeah. My nails are painted. I'm like, you know. So, or they tell us things that they shouldn't. I'm like, I don't think mommy and daddy wanted you to tell us that. But what happened? Right.
I'll use it in my next show.
What do you mean there's a boyfriend? What? Oh, I didn't know there was a boyfriend. I was like, okay. But, you know, you really shouldn't. Well, then what happened?
Right. You should.
You know, I'm calling the other teachers over. I'm like,
you're like, come for this tea.
You know, they're like making notes. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Yeah. Trust me, kindergarten is a great place to be.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy, I know.
Mm-hmm. You've been fabulous. Oh my, I can't believe how much we've covered.
This is so fun. I really enjoyed myself. I'm happy for you and all the opportunity you bring. Oh. Now, this felt like who am I, right?
Oh, she's fantastic. Like, honestly, it was so crazy because when I was thinking of this concept, you were one of the first people. There's certain people in the city that I'm like, if I can get them, I will just be so happy. Like, it's just because that's my dream list. And then I have a whole bunch of other people.
If Heidi invites you to share,
please do.
Do it. I feel like I'm at home. And she has a gigantic cat. This really nice cat.
Yeah, he's very nice.
It was a very nice cat. Super nice cat. It is a big cat. It's more like
he's my baby boy.
A jaguar. It's like a jaguar. So I wish you all the best, and I just cannot wait to see all the people that come and all the stories and the people we live with in our community.
And it's community stories, and it's people for people. So and I'm loving it. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, but I have one final question for you because I didn't really ask you that much because we just kind of just chatted.
Sure. Ask me anything.
Lovely. So no, but if there was just a piece of advice, because I know you've given a whole bunch of things which are wonderful, but if there's two things that you could give to someone just starting out that maybe they're unsure, or what would you tell them to make them take that leap of faith that's necessary to get into this type of profession, or to know that it's okay?
Okay, 100% do learn the craft. So if you want to be an actress or you want to be an actor, learn it. Learn the perspectives of it. Learn the techniques of it. Learn the things and never stop learning. Then get involved in your community. Community theater is 100% the place to start. Some people are born into it and they're lucky, right? Others, we have to do all the steps. Yeah. So if you have to do all the steps, audition. You might get the first one, you might not. Mm-hmm. If they ask you, I always say this. If you are cast as the lead, great, good job. If you are cast as the tree in one scene and the rock in the other, you are the best damn tree and the best damn rock that ever existed. And you've heard there's no small actor or no small part, just small actors. Yeah. Make the choice to be the best and while you're in a show, be very attentive to what's happening around you and learn. I couldn't get enough of what was going on around me when I was doing the show, from when I was doing shows when I was 13. But take all the lessons, join things, learn the things. Lifelong learning, especially in a profession like this, is essential. So get out there and try. Don't let anybody say anything to you. Just do it. Just look for the audition and go. And prepare, do the research. Show up, do the thing, and then you have to start somewhere, right? Hollywood was never always Hollywood, and Broadway was not always Broadway. Yeah. It had to start somewhere. So you do too. Yeah. So start there.
That's great advice. Thank you. Oh my gosh, if I had that when I first started, like, I mean, I just do things anyway, but absolutely wonderful advice to anyone starting out, because I mean, there's so much resource in our city specifically, but most of the cities are pretty much the same. I just find this one's a little bit more, like, they're just so supportive of everybody that you can pretty much do anything here, which is lovely.
Good place to be, and lots of choices. And, you know, and even if you're not on stage and they ask you to be behind stage, it's still a wonderful learning opportunity. And then you're that much better when it comes around again. Yeah. Right? You just 100%. Know that much more, and you get to know people and the vibe and the theater, like all the things. It all matters. Like, it's a mad dash from beginning to end. But it all matters. It does. It all matters. Whoever you are, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best things in life and all the blessings. I do. And I wish you people to be there for you. That's what I want for people, to always have the someone.
That's awesome.
Right. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Reach out. I can be
Thank you.
Thank you. This was a wonderful experience. I really enjoyed myself today. Thank you so much, Heidi.
I'm so grateful.
Thank you.
So with that, I would like to just sort of thank Cristina for being here today. She shared a lot. Like, this has just been a really fun conversation, and I try to keep it very just kind of, we just talk. And like I said, she has so much to bring to the table. She's helped me a lot to get where I'm at in terms of feeling good with self-tapes, being able to pump them out quickly, not second guessing, trying different points of view. Like, I've learned that from you. So I want to say thank you for that. And if anyone is looking to connect with Cristina, I'm going to have her information available. You'll see it across the screen. You'll also see it at the end of this episode. And then it'll also be in the description on YouTube. And I'll try to connect you with her socials and my socials and everything else. And again, if you have questions, put them in the DMs. I'll make sure that we get back to you. Of course. And I just want to thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Because again, it's just conversations with the blue screen. And today is Cristina. And I'm so excited, and I'm grateful that you guys watched. And I hope you took something away. Until next time. Ciao, bellas.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on The Blue Screen Actor and for watching Conversations on the Blue Screen.